Well, on today's show, we have Andrew Erwin. Andrew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be with you again. I always love being on your show. And it's man, we're busy, but good.
Yeah. Is this interview like number 50 today?
Yeah, my brain is starting to kind of turn into mush, but I'll still give you my best effort.
There you go. Well, we're here to talk about your all's latest movie, Ordinary Angels. And I just want to say off the bat that this is a personal story to us because this is our hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. And
Yeah.
so I was 11 years old when the snowstorm happened. So
Wow.
I remember that. I remember being out of school for like 2 weeks. And so, great story. And we love Dave Stone. And
Yeah.
I do have a question. So in the movie, it talks about how Dave let them use the parking lot at the old location. So, and for the newest movie or for the movie, did you guys use the new parking lot, the big church?
Yeah. So we were, man, I would have loved to have filmed it in Louisville. Would have been a lot
Yeah,
easier. But because we had to have snow that was like there for long periods of time, we couldn't wait on the next big snowstorm to hit Louisville.
right. Which is
So
never.
we had to film this thing up in Canada. And so which was it had snow the whole time, but it also had negative, 20 degrees, temperatures that went with it.
Yeah,
So we filmed it up in Winnipeg last year, and it was cold. But
which they always have snow. So
yeah, they always have snow. It was dependable, but it was hard earned.
yeah. Well, go ahead and tell us about our viewers and listeners about Ordinary Angels, which releases on the 23rd.
Yeah, so Ordinary Angels is a true story. At Kingdom, we've loved telling true stories for years. So I Can Only Imagine, American Underdog, Jesus Revolution, those are the stories that we've loved telling. So this true story kind of found us from an unlikely source. It was a music source, wasn't a Christian music source, but it was Dave Matthews of the Dave Matthews Band. For whatever reason, had seen the news articles when the story happened live, and just fell in love with this story of this man who had lost his wife to a rare liver condition, was severely in medical debt, and then in the process of having to pay for all that, found out that his little 5-year-old little girl, Michelle, had the same liver condition and needed a liver transplant. And so, he's trying to figure out what to do. And this unlikely hero, named Sharon, that Hilary Swank, two-time Oscar winner, Hilary Swank plays in our movie, uh, just found out about the story and just would not take no for an answer. Just started uh, striving to raise money, get the community together, try to take care of this family, and became this unlikely hero, this ordinary angel.
Hmm.
And in the process, there was a huge blizzard that hit, like you talked about, and the she got the local church, Southeast Christian Church, to to rally around this little girl, to shovel out the parking lot in the middle of the blizzard, to allow a helicopter to land to get her airlifted out. And so it's a story where the church gets to be the hero. And so when it came to us, Dave Matthews had seen this. For whatever reason, it touched his heart, and he was like, I really want to see this as a movie. He brought it to our producing partner, John Berg, that produced movies like Elf. John Berg took it to Lionsgate and said we want this movie to get made. And they said, well, it's got faith in it. It's really a strong faith story. Let's take it to our faith guys. So they brought it to us. When we looked at the story, we were like, holy cow, Southeast Christian Church, Tony Young, that's the chairman of our board, he's an elder at that church. We know that
Hmm.
church well. We know Dave Stone. Dave Stone's a
Yeah.
dear friend. And so it just brought it full circle that we were supposed to tell the story. John Gunn stepped in to direct it. We produced it, and it's a special one.
Yeah. It is definitely a powerful movie. And what was it like working with Hillary and Alan?
Alan is one of the biggest, most muscular guys on the
Yeah.
planet. he's, he's intense. But the thing people don't know about him is, he plays Reacher. He's like, really popular on that show. He's like on fire right now with his career. He's the new bad guy in Fast and Furious.
Hmm.
Uh, but Alan is an on fire believer. He really loves the Lord. If you check out his YouTube channel, he preaches on there at least once a week.
Yeah.
And so to have him anchor this cast was amazing. And then to find who was going to be this force of nature, Sharon, Hilary Swank read the screenplay. She has her father is a organ transplant recipient, and she just said, "I'm going to do this movie, no matter what."
Mm.
And she showed up and gave the best performance I've seen from her since Million Dollar Baby. It's just a tour de force, so good. And so the two of them were incredible dance partners. And it's definitely a big movie with movie stars. I mean, she's on the Tonight Show tonight. Alan's on the Tonight Show on Friday, and our premiere is on Monday, and then we hit theaters next a week from Friday. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time for Faith Film.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who was in charge of the music for the film?
The music for the film, John Gunn worked with our music supervisor Kevin Edelman, and Kevin has done all of our movies all the way back to Mom's Night Out and Woodlawn, but John Gunn had a very specific palette that he wanted of like what he wanted on this one. So to get moved, songs like REM's "Losing My Religion" and different songs like that was just special. And then the treat was there was a B-side song that had never been released by Dave Matthews that he gave us for the credits.
Mm.
And it's a gorgeous piece of music. So, all in all, it just really has the authenticity of the time period, which was important to John Gunn, the director, and then Kevin Edelman, our music supervisor, fought to get us everything that was on our wish list. And it's a special soundtrack.
Yeah, it is great music in the movie. So how is this film such a timely story following the heels of the success of Jesus Revolution?
I think Jesus Revolution just afforded us a moment in time where Lionsgate doubled down on our audience and just said, "Hey, we're going to invest in this." And so Lionsgate is the premier place for faith because they really, really value and respect the audience.
Mm.
And so I'm really proud of that. I'm proud of to have a distributor that doesn't just patronize and put up with an audience. They want that audience. They're going after it really, really hard. So coming off the heels of Jesus Revolution, they became very bullish and bold on our audience. And so they've really supported it. And so coming off of Jesus Revolution, we wanted to take some swings at trying different things. So we've got 4 films coming out this year, which gave us a chance to have really interesting nuance and texture for each one that's a little bit different, but all for the purpose of getting the gospel out. Some are, really overt, and then some are subversive that just put Christians in a positive light, that introduce an outside world to the idea of what we believe. And so this one was one where it was a big mainstream film. So to be able to do that was a big deal. And then on the heels of it, we have Unsung Hero coming out, which is the For King Country story, which allows us to kind of go back at our music movie roots. But this one's truly unexpected and special. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Where can people go to get tickets, find showtimes, and maybe a
Yeah.
website?
Yeah, so if they go to ordinaryangels.movie, and that you can get tickets now, buy tickets for you and a friend. Your movie ticket has a lot of power right now. People are
Yeah.
paying attention to your movie ticket. And then opening weekend is when we need your support to can make enough noise. And then also to kind of see other films that are coming out soon, just go to kingdomstorycompany.com, and you can see the other films that are coming on the heels of this one. It's going to be a banner year, and we're in partnership with the audience, and we're going to fight to make sure you're represented well and continue to support your movie ticket and see more stuff.
Yeah. Speaking of upcoming films and Unsung Hero that you mentioned, what else do you guys have coming up this year? Any hints or
Yeah.
clues?
So Unsung is one that comes out April 26th. Joel Smallbone from the band For King and Country both co-directed it with a
Mhm.
fellow Louisville native, Richard Ramsey. And they directed together, and Joel actually plays his father, and it's an amazing story of their family fighting to make it as immigrants from Australia. So good. So that comes out April 26th. Whitebird with that Mark Forster from Finding Neverland directed, starring Helen Mirren, which is an amazing story. It's the spinoff of the movie Wonder that came out a few years back.
Mhm.
And that one comes out in the fall. And then in November, we just wrapped this one. Dallas Jenkins from The Chosen directed the movie The Best Christmas Pageant Ever.
I
And
can't wait for that one.
it's very much like it's like Wes Anderson, combined with a Norman Rockwell painting. It's so good and very quirky. Lauren Graham, Judy Greer, and then comedian Pete Holmes star in it. It's so good. So exciting things coming around the corner.
Busy year, man.
Man, banner year. We're excited. We love our audience, and we're glad to have
Yeah.
partner in Lionsgate that values this audience.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, Andrew, to wrap up, I'd like to see if you'd be willing to share something that God's been doing in your life recently that would help build our viewers' faith.
I think what I'm excited about is the idea of stewardship. Like, you know, in a world that's all about your personal brand and how do you lift yourself up. The thing that is exciting at Kingdom right now is to share the stage with other filmmakers and to allow other people to find their voice and to kind of take a step back. So the thing I'm excited about is the films coming out this year are the best that we've ever done, and I didn't direct a single one of them.
Yeah.
So, but the filmmakers that are stepping up are getting better and better. So I think the thing that Lord's challenged me is it's amazing the things you can accomplish when you don't care who gets the credit. And God has, it's so much more satisfying just to be a part of something God's doing rather than trying to do something on your own to be noticed. And I think there's a special thing going on the walls of Kingdom that I think is a tribute to the people that work in this building and how they build me up and encourage me by how well they do their jobs. And God's just doing something as a team that I'm deeply grateful for.
That's what it's all about. We're all in this together, man. See God's kingdom advance. So,
amen.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much, Andrew. Again, February 23rd, Ordinary Angels. Get your tickets soon.
Yeah. Now, get them now.
Yeah, get them now.
Appreciate you.